So, gay son or thought daughter?
What's a thought daughter?
This is not a test.
We have a very special guest today. I'm going to read a couple of her credits and credentials. She's from the hit TV show on the Cooking Channel, the Vinny and Ma Eat America, the Great Food Truck Race. She got mad credentials.
I know she really does.
The Great Food Truck Race.
Here she goes.
The show with Vinny, and she occasionally has made some cameos on the TV show Jersey Shore. I'm just kidding. There's nothing on here. This is the ad reads. No, this is Paola Guadagnino, Jaimo, whatever is here. Vinny's mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Keep the mic close to you.
I think it fell.
Oh, I think it needs to. Do you know when it's screwed up?
It's good.
Just
fine.
keep it
Yeah,
like right
Close.
here. Yeah, right here. But no, actually, hold on.
They move.
Go like this.
I always watch the people move the mic constantly,
Yeah. Like
You
this all
know?
the time. Yeah, I'm always doing that.
even the professionals.
Okay, so Vinny's mom is here,
It's
Paola.
insane.
Yes. Do you go by Paola Jaimo or Guadagnino?
Usually both.
Okay, because Jaimo is your maiden name.
I never dropped
Ma.
it.
I feel like it's Uncle Nino all over again. Keep the mic super close. Has
Did
to
he
be
tell you
right.
about the Uncle Nino episode?
Well, I'm sure you watched it.
I watched some of it. I can't watch too much of Uncle
Yeah.
Nino.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So Jaimo is your maiden name.
Jaimo. Paolina Jaimo.
Paulina Jaimo.
Ooh,
Guadagnino is my dad's last name.
got it.
So you kind of like go by both, or
Yeah, well, legally it's Guadagnino.
okay.
But I never dropped, for some reason, when I got married, I never dropped the Jaimo. I used to sign Jaimo. So my social security's Jaimo.
Mm-hmm. Can't let no man hold you down.
Yeah, you gotta stay safe.
I kept it. My driver's license was always Jaimo. So I never had to change anything, which it worked, actually. I never had to change anything over.
Now, this is my mother's first podcast, probably, that you've been
First.
on. We used to do a lot of interviews together when we did like the rounds for our
Yes.
TV shows and stuff. But podcasting, first podcast.
First one. I've
Well,
watched.
you listen to a lot of podcasts.
I do.
Really?
We send each other, like, you know, your
yeah,
mom,
yeah.
conspiracy
With Tim
theories.
Dillon, yeah.
Well,
Tim
Joe
Dillon.
Rogan.
I don't want to interrupt, but I was always a big talk radio fan. I never listened to music in the car. I listened to talk radio. So when
Like
podcasts,
Imus in the morning.
Like Howard Stern.
all of
was
them.
one of them, but Imus
But I'm a
before it
big
got canceled.
WABC.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was like a conservative. Anyway,
I was about to say conservative.
I know.
like Rush Limbaugh, you know. Anyway,
yeah.
so I did that my whole life. I listened to talk radio. So and then I didn't know about podcasts too much. And then remember that day we were driving and you put on,
Yes, I've had to like introduce
I
a lot of
didn't-
people to podcasts.
I didn't know about them.
What was like the first that you
it was some Rogan.
Yes,
Okay.
it was Joe Rogan.
Did
we
you
were
like it?
driving.
It was about like, I don't know.
It was
like-
the other guy.
who was it?
Oh my God. The heavy set guy.
Alex Jones?
No, not
Has
Alex.
glasses? Tim Dillon.
No. He was one of the first ones. And him and Joe Rogan. Oh my God. I just
Joey
found-
Diaz? I don't know.
Was he black or what?
No, he's white. He wears glasses. He's got a deep voice. He came up from, he was a comedian.
It could have been.
He's in his late 50s.
I don't know, but no, I would always put on like an interesting
Can't
episode.
think
But like
of his name.
with the podcasting, like if I ever sent someone a podcast,
Yeah.
they would never listen to it.
Yeah.
And I kind of used to be like that too. Like when I used to hear about Rogan, I'm like, what is this thing for 3 hours?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. But I would like trap her because like we'd be in the car going to the city.
Right.
And I would just like put it on in the background.
Also,
And then I knew like she was just going to start listening.
Yeah.
also, when we lived on Kayla, you used to come upstairs to eat and you used to put your phone and put on the podcast.
Yeah.
That was like the beginning too.
Well, I like getting my mother and like my relatives going like politically.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at the
Red
dinner
pilling
table. Yeah, red
He sure
pilling.
does.
Yeah, I red pill everyone. But if we're at the dinner table, I just like to start. So like I'll throw on like a
I've been red pilled my whole life. so-
podcast and stuff. Yeah, you always were like kind of alternate TV.
Oh, when you come from another country and you know,
Speak a little louder, Ma.
we came from Sicily, you know, and we struggled, you know, and I think that's where the whole conservative, like, and my father struggling, you know, with 6 kids and nobody spoke English, you know, and it was hard. But my father worked and, you know, we all worked and nothing was ever handed to us, you know. So I think that's where that whole idea, like, of, I don't want to say conservative, but
when we say conservative, guys, we're not talking about QAnon. We're talking about just hardworking, family values.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Sienna was going to be a preacher.
Oh yeah, I went to school to be a pastor.
A pastor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's very religious.
Interesting. Okay.
Even though that only
All
came up like
religion?
once in our conversation.
Well, you
I never
asked me questions
do you
about
pray?
Wait, all religions or just
Christianity.
Christianity?
Yeah,
Okay,
I grew
okay.
heavily in the church.
Because I was always a believer that, like, I believe in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we grew up Catholic, but when you look into them and, you know, you educate yourself, they're all basically the same.
They're all so connected.
It's all so similar.
But this
you
whole
know?
podcasting thing, I get it because like when I was younger, she was always like listening to like some weird shit. Who was that guy?
Talk radio.
No, Joseph Campbell.
Of course. My mentor.
Wait, who was he? I felt like he was like the original podcast.
He was,
He was like was he the pyramids guy?
yes,
Joseph Campbell was
the
like
hero's return.
this guy that used to talk
He
about
was
like
a myth. He studied
mythologies?
mythology. You know, was a philosopher. You should really,
Joseph Campbell.
yeah. He was from the beginning. You know what it was too. In those days, in the early '90s, we didn't have cable, so we had like just like Channel 2, 4. We had Channel 13, which was PBS. It was
It's
free.
still your favorite channel.
Yes, it was free, and it wasn't. What do you call that when they like cut them off and? It was free, you know, like they actually used to show like nudity. It was, I don't know.
Nudity on PBS?
Yeah.
Because it was educational?
Oh.
No, because it was
Are you talking about the
non-censored.
Okay.
It wasn't censored. Yeah, it was. And he used to have a show on there, and and then I went out and I bought all his, at the time there were cassettes, and I had my little cassette player. And I literally used to listen to him 24/7. Like he was always in my ear. And he basically, he dissected mythology. And that's why I asked you about the religions, because he studied every religion, right? Christianity, Hindu, Catholic, Muslim. And his thing was that they were all the same. Like when you dig, they're all come from the same plant, let's say, you know? So, but you have to listen to him.
I would love.
He would probably like if he was alive.
You
today,
remember that?
Rogan would have him on the pod. You know what I mean?
And it
Yeah,
would be a
he's
viral-
gone
Yeah,
about
I
20
remember.
years
That's-
now.
Yeah.
You used to always listen to like weird, like that's the thing too. Like my mother's like a stereotypical Italian mom
No,
with
we had
the cleaning-
inspirational.
with the cleaning and the cooking and
Right.
all that stuff.
Right.
But at the same time, she's also very artsy. My mother's an artist. You got to see her pictures she draws.
Really?
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll superimpose them or something.
Yeah.
But she draws.
You know,
you
you
don't
can't
have
do
any
that.
pictures on your phone, right?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
We'll show
I would
Sienna.
love to see.
But like it's like this like weird, like you would think she's like tripping on acid because it's like all different shapes and weird, like it's like a DMT experience. Maybe after this podcast we can start selling them.
I
you know?
think that's why I started drawing when I was about 12. Like I said, we were from another country. I came here when I was 9. You know, we didn't have friends. We didn't go out. We didn't, like I had no friends in high school, junior high school, you know. But my personality always was kind of, I'm okay with being alone. Like I was always okay with being alone. Like my other 2 sisters used to like to go out and go to clubs and sneak out the window and, you know.
Yeah.
I was happy with my sketch pad and my pens, you know. And that
It's like
kept
you in the lab, you know, writing jokes.
that kept me
Artist.
Yes.
yeah. And even when I had my kids, like I never stopped it. I used to put everybody to bed, do all my cleaning, and I used to draw till today. Vinny got me a beautiful table in the beginning, you know. I was up actually until 6:30 this morning drawing. But anyway,
She doesn't sleep.
Wow. Oh, that's
because you know what it is, Sienna. When I start to draw, I you don't think. I don't know if you can relate when you do something
Artistic.
artistic. I guess Like I was having a bad night last night, whatever, and I sat at my drawing table. It was about 1:30, and my brain shuts off. You know, and everything that's when you see some of the pictures, you might not like them or whatever. Because I look at them now and I say, what was I thinking? Like, what was in my head?
yeah.
True. You know, what was in my head. And whatever is in my head is on the paper, you know? So I can relate to, like, I look at my artwork, I have quite a few. And I can actually remember. Like I was looking at one from 93 the other night. I sent Danielle, I had made one for Danielle. And I remember, like I don't remember what happened yesterday, but I remember like what was on TV.
Wow.
What I was listening to when I was drawing.
It's like a timestamp.
I guess so, yeah.
That's really
Time
cool.
stops at that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Maybe you're
But
like
that was
very
my
present.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everybody has to have, I always said, everybody has to have like an out. Everybody has to have like
Yeah.
Absolutely.
a balance in their life, you know?
Yeah, she was like a, Italian or whatever, but also like,
Yeah, I
kinda like a,
cooked all
a little
day.
weirdo
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
good way. You
My
know?
sister
Like,
used
'cause
to
I
call
am.
me that,
I'm-
that I was a weirdo.
Yeah, because that's what I am. So
Well, you have a lot of me in you, Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are so
Yeah. Well,
similar.
yeah,
we're born.
I'm an artist.
We're
too.
born
Oh,
the
yeah.
day. He's a Scorpio. I had him the day after my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Before, I'm sorry.
I'm 11/11. She's 11/12.
Yeah.
How do you guys celebrate birthdays?
But once he was born, my birthday went away.
Yeah.
So
I know. The next day after my birthday, I'm like, damn, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, happy birthday, mom.
he had my birthday. He was my birthday gift.
Yeah.
Have you ever forgotten her birthday?
No.
I did that
No.
once to my mom. It was
Really?
horrible.
Sienna's really close with her mom.
I'm
too.
so
Oh,
close
nice.
with my
like
mom.
weirdly close.
No, it was just
Beautiful.
me and her, just like my whole life.
Okay.
Oh, because
That's
the
why.
white dad left.
My dad left. I was her only. Like
Okay.
I didn't have any siblings,
Okay.
so we're like best friends.
Mhm.
But
Beautiful.
one year I forgot her birthday.
Really? I'm horrible at birthdays.
Yeah, and she
I'll
was-
forget. It's like nothing personal. I literally will forget people's
I'll
birthdays.
also see people post about people's birthdays and still forget to like wish them.
Yeah. I'm so selfish. Like during the day, I'm waking up. I'm like, I gotta get coffee. I gotta go on a
Yeah,
run. I'm
yeah.
like not thinking of whose fucking birthday. I don't even know what date it is because you know it is probably like it's
You
the
asked me. It was like you were like, "Is it your birthday?"
yeah.
You're old.
It's like that fame stunting thing where like
Yeah.
you just are in your own bubble
Mhm.
and so stupid that I'm like,
You're still 21.
yeah, I'm still 21. I like, don't know what day it is. But you forgot your mom's birthday, and then
Yeah,
what'd you
and I
do? How'd you
was-
make up for it? I've done it to my dad. A
I'm
bunch
sure
of
she
times.
didn't have to make up for it.
She was like a little in the moment. I remember I was on the train and she was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Good." She was like, "What are you doing today?" I was like,
She was
Right.
fishing.
She was
Right.
fishing. She was like, "What day is it?" I was like, "Tuesday."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh." And then I was like, "What?" She was like, "It's like a special Tuesday." And then I looked at the date and I was like, "Oh my God, October 18th."
Yeah.
I mean, my mom obviously is going to forgive me, but she was
Of
definitely.
course.
Well, when someone's that airhead about it, you have to forgive them.
Yeah.
It's not like I knew it was your birthday and I intentionally
Of course.
didn't wish you happy birthday. I am
Exactly.
just so stupid that I have no idea, you know.
Yeah.
I'm bad at all that shit. I'm bad at like this is why like I do want like a girlfriend because like I'm bad at like RSVPing.
Yeah.
When someone has a baby shower. Now with my show, like everyone knows having a new baby and stuff, you got to send a gift.
Yeah.
And you got, because if you don't go, you still got to do this and do that. And like, I'm just like, I can't be bothered with all
Yeah.
this shit.
Like you can't send out your wedding invitations. When you get,
Oh, hell no. Hell
Yeah.
no. No.
It's okay. That's small stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, that's not important stuff.
Do you want Vinny to get married?
Well, sure, one day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
my mom is like,
I do.
I think people have like a stereotypical image of a lot of things that we're going to clarify and clear the air
Yeah.
on today's podcast. First of all, mama's boy. I am a self-proclaimed mama's boy. I love my mom. But if I had to tell you guys the amount of fights I get into her, because my mother doesn't call me,
Uh-huh.
she doesn't answer my texts,
Wow.
and I barely see her. But people think that from the show and everything, we're attached at the hip.
Yeah.
When you say barely see her, though, what are people going to think? You don't see me for months?
I mean, it goes a couple of weeks sometimes.
Sometimes.
It goes-
That's quite often for.
Yeah. But I'm
when
saying
he said,
like,
that's why I said, when he says it like that, people are going to think you don't see me for years.
Yeah.
Couple
like
of
No,
weeks.
not-
a year maybe.
not years, but, and I also don't mean this in a bad way. Like, it's like,
And I
you know-
don't text you because I wait for him to text me because he's always busy.
Yeah.
Like every time like I do call, he's like, I'll call you right back, you know.
no,
Yeah.
that's not
So,
true. That's
It
not
is true.
So that's the first misconception is, you know, because like obviously like people like there's like that TLC show, what is it, like Smothered or something like that?
I don't know these reality.
He also
Really?
moved far away.
You
So
be like a co-host.
I
and, like,
know.
Like do some research. Like what do you do all day?
I don't watch reality TV. He's always
Um,
quoting these shows. I'm like, what?
I don't watch them either.
Yeah.
No, there was like one about like a mama's boy
Okay.
show, and like the moms were like shaving the guy's back, and like just, you know, they gotta be taking a bath with
And
his
how
mother.
old was he? Like
50.
oh God.
You know what I mean? Like it was the height.
That's her man now.
Yeah, but that's probably a show,
It was a
In-
show, but it was a
in real
little
life.
bit of a heightened version of kind of that. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
People think you're like that.
They do based on like the Jersey Shore, because like when my mom would come, she's like,
But you're also 21.
I was
just going
younger.
to say
Yeah.
that it was the first time that he left, you know,
Well, she was
he was
crying.
21.
She was crying when I was on
You know,
my
now
way
he's 36.
40,
So.
45 minutes away in New Jersey.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were 45 minutes
Yes.
away. Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you were so young. I think people forget that.
Yes, I was young.
You had never left
we
and
still
didn't tell me
lived-
where you were going.
Yeah, we still lived in the same house.
Of course.
Wait, when you were filming. Oh, you mean out?
yeah, like
you
when we
weren't
started filming, I was
Right.
21, like I lived at home,
he was
yeah.
home. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, but we, you know, we don't see each other. That I wish, you know, like right now, like she's staying over tonight. I'm taking her. I'm gonna wine and dine her. We're gonna go to
Yeah.
Zero Bond.
Oh my God.
We're gonna go to the rooftop. She has no idea what it
It's
is.
so pretty.
Yeah.
It's a fancy place for all
Took
this.
me. I only been once and with Vinny.
Yeah, and then after that, I was like burgers.
Yeah.
Deli.
Actually, though.
But no, now she comes into the city.
From the Duffy or no?
The Murphy,
The Murphy.
the Duffy. Yeah, she's gonna. No one's ever slept on the Murphy bed yet. You're gonna be the first one.
You should give her your bed and you sleep on the
Oh, shut the fuck up! Don't say that. I will. I'll do
It
that.
was comfortable. The last bed too was comfortable.
Yeah, this is a nice bed. This is a guest
The Murphy,
bedroom.
yeah.
It's not like a cot.
Yeah.
No, the other one was the
Okay, you can
sofa.
sleep on mine.
Yeah.
And then I'll sleep on
No,
this.
Vinny.
The tester, you know?
No, it's nice. I have the bathroom right there.
She likes
I-
her room. She has her
Okay.
little. Her
Yeah, I
little
have my
room.
little setup.
Yeah, she's the only one that's ever. Oh no, I think one more person slept over my house besides her. But yeah, she comes for a couple days. We hang out. Then she goes back to Staten Island.
You also have to explain that I have grandchildren. The
She
last
does.
couple of
She
years,
abandoned me for her.
my life
grandchildren.
has not been the same the
Yeah.
past 4 years. You know, it's my
How has it-
granddaughter was born. I lived with my daughter for 4 months 4 years ago, and then with COVID, everybody stayed away. And then she had my grandson, and I'm with my daughter a lot, almost like 6 days a week.
Is that the baby? on
Yeah.
your- Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah. So my mom helps her out a lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we see each other occasionally. Okay, and then the other misconception
Go ahead. Vin.
is usually Italian moms have like they're like forcing their sons to like get married. I think like when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna be grandkids
Oh,
and
I
stuff
would
like
never
that?
do that.
She's like never
do
been like
that.
that. She's never been like either way. She's never been like don't do it or do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what your beliefs are on it.
Well,
I'm like at a certain point, I'm like kind of want you to start doing it more. You know what I mean?
Give me
really?
a time crunch.
Yeah. Like pressure me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't believe in pressuring anybody. I believe like in destiny, and whatever's going to be is going to be. When the right time, everything happens for a reason. When the right time comes, you'll know. Like you can't plan those things. You can't plan it. And you'll know when it's the right person, it's the right time. And I trust him that way, like that he would, you know, make the right decisions, you know.
Yeah, like they never
complete trust with
whenever they
that.
ask, like, if you have you ever brought a girl home, like, what does your mom think? Like, is she going to be mean to them or something like
Yeah.
that? I'm like, my mother knows that I'm going to vet them first.
Yeah.
And if I like them.
And I haven't met that many, to tell you the truth.
That's great.
A handful, maybe,
Yeah.
in the past 15 years.
Wow. You wouldn't like update her on like a girl that like, for instance, that girl,
That last girl, I did mention to her.
the new one.
The new one.
Okay.
I mentioned it.
Got it.
Soft launch.
Soft
To my
launch,
mom,
yeah.
but like it's not. In the past, I was more willy-nilly about taking girls to like just like a barbecue or something
Yeah.
like that. And I'd kind of tell my mom, I'd be like, Ma, like, this is a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Right.
it doesn't always have to be so serious. You know
And
what
I
I mean?
took them as friends.
Right. There's
I
nothing
never,
wrong. But even if someone's
know.
gonna be your something one day,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I guess there's one way of looking at it where it's like she's meeting your mom. It can only happen like 3 months in.
Yeah.
Versus like I just met her a week ago and we'll see what happens. I
Yeah.
don't know. You know what do you think?
But sometimes I honestly think that you can meet the mom really early because like, let's say it's just like weird vibes. You just get it out of the way. Like you don't,
Yeah.
because sometimes your mom knows better than you. Like my mom she's met dudes where
Yes.
she's like, Sienna, no. They're like, like one guy kind of like shoved me a little bit in a way that like I didn't fully notice, but
Oh
she
really?
was like,
Physically?
yeah. And
Oh,
she
shit.
was like, I don't mess with that. Like if he's going to do that in front of me, it's going to get worse.
Also, it's a good test and audition to see like how they react around
Yeah.
your mother
Yeah.
or your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you kind of want to see that person. Like I want to see like this person like interact with like my niece and
Before
nephew.
you catch feelings too, where you can just like cut them off.
Mm-hmm. And it's
know?
attractive if they do it well. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I like this person even more now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like you go through like little trials. Like,
I've never been around anybody long enough, though, to, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you brought them to a barbecue and then I never saw them again.
there were a couple that like were lasted a little longer.
Never saw them again.
She's nice. My sisters are fucking mean.
Yeah,
Really?
my
My
daughters
sisters are
not good.
fucking brutal.
There's Danielle and
No.
Oh.
I won't say their
Marianne.
names.
Oh,
but
got it,
yeah,
got it.
yeah. Danielle's my cousin.
okay.
Marianne and Antonella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Really?
Like the girl
very-
has no margin for
Right.
error.
oh my
Right.
god.
Like it could be
Can you give
like
me an example.
um
Like if I showed up, they would be like
Dirty
"Oh,
looks.
oh, it's like dirty looks.
Dirty
it's,
looks.
It's like you have to like work your way. Like they like normal people.
Right.
They like girls with like 9 to 5s
Yeah,
and shit.
which makes sense.
yeah.
Well, no,
It's like
you know what it is too?
You know how you would hate everybody until
yeah,
like
yeah.
then, you know?
Yeah.
You know what it is too, I think? Because with you, they have said it to me that they don't know whether they're with Vinny
Yeah.
because he's Vinny or because, you know,
Yeah, but let me determine that.
yeah, but they're
And-
very
They're
defensive.
protective, you know?
Very
yeah, but you still
protective.
have to be
I get nervous around them when there's somebody new.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my eyes are on them, not on, you
A
know.
lot of times I won't even bring them around. They'll just
Yeah.
mention it. My
Yeah.
sister will be like,
Nah,
That's why they want
Uh-huh.
a girl who has like her own job, probably like a 9 to 5, you mean?
somebody
I think-
independent, somebody
Not like a model that
Right.
that-
they don't
yeah.
want the model.
reality show, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that.
One time
You
I
know.
brought this like
Yeah.
one time I brought this like young model kind of girl. She wasn't like the worst. Like she was actually like used to like rescue puppies and shit. She was a cool girl. But she showed up.
too.
She does rescue. I don't talk to her anymore.
Oh.
But like we had like a little cute like she came to watch a movie with me, my sister, and Chris. And we went to the theater room downstairs. And
Okay.
this
Who
girl
was it, Vic?
this girl, like this Italian girl,
okay.
you actually know who she was. I'll tell you after. But she showed up like in a G-Wagon, and my sister hated her
Yeah, yeah.
guts.
That's hilarious.
Wait, what's a G-Wagon?
The Mercedes truck.
Oh, yeah,
She had
yeah.
a white G-Wagon.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
sister fucking.
Good Lord.
Yeah, because your sisters had to work since they were 12.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
really worked. My
Yeah.
daughters are hardworking girls, you know. So
Yeah.
they don't let anything slide.
They're like, you got to pay the bills in Vinny's house.
yeah.
Oh, fun.
But no, like, you know, so yeah, you never pressured me to find
Never.
anybody. But at the same
going
time,
back
it's
to-
not, but at the same time, it's not like where it's the point where it's like, oh, like you can't have anybody because no one's going to be good enough for you.
That's what other people think as well.
Yes, that's what other people think.
No, I don't think like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think like that in life. You know, I don't think anybody's not good enough. Like, I don't know. live and let live and give everybody
my
a
mother,
chance.
she really is like an angel. Like everyone loves her. She's so nice. There's not a bad bone in her body, unless she's talking about Biden or something.
No, I actually feel bad for him. But elder abuse. But no, I was going back a lot of times when Vinny does meet a girl and stuff. Like Marianne will say to me, "Did Vinny tell you about the girl?" Or, Vinny has a girlfriend, but like sarcastic, and I'll say like, "Oh, really?" So what happened was not long ago, I said, I haven't heard from Vinny. I said in a couple of, like
my
a
mother's
week,
also
I
a
haven't,
pathological liar.
I haven't heard from Vinny.
Is your mother a liar?
No, she can't lie.
Okay.
I said, I haven't heard. Well, when he says
white
lies,
Yeah.
I said, I haven't heard from Vinny. And I said, does he have a girlfriend? Like something, my gut, you're the mom, right? You're something. And my daughter Marianne said, yeah, he has a girlfriend. I said, really? How long? She said 2 days.
That's
so like what
but
about
like sarcastic. It's
but my
always
mother, she like
sarcastic.
conveniently puts things together. Like, so if there was another 2-week period of time where I didn't hear from her, there's been 1,000 of those.
Yeah.
But she's picking this one week period out and being like, oh, I don't talk to him because he has a girlfriend. You know what I mean?
I know exactly.
No. But
my mom does that.
I felt something. It's. I feel it. I guess. I don't know. It's like instinct.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. But
Vinny's happy.
Wait a minute.
I
He's
feel
not
it.
talking to me.
I hope Vinny's happy. Of
Yeah.
course.
So what kind of girl would you, I know you're going to say, you can say whatever I want, but like what kind of woman would you want to be your daughter-in-law?
Oh, I've never had a daughter-in-law, so I have a son-in-law,
You have a son-in-law,
and I love him very much. I do.
good family.
It's the father of the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're married.
Beautiful family, respectful. Like I've never had a word with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of years before they got engaged, but
Yeah, it's not like toxic or
Yeah.
anything like that.
no. Good provider, hard worker.
So a daughter-in-law, does she have to be Italian?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No,
See?
but
I'm saying, see?
What nationality are you?
I'm half black, half white.
Oh, okay.
My
okay.
mom's black. Dad.
No Filipino, nothing?
No, but everyone thinks.
Yeah, it's the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. Yeah. You thought I was Asian.
Mm-hmm. Actually didn't.
Really? It's because you've been with a lot of.
Exactly. I was like, oh, she's black. That's why she's my new.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. Yeah, Vinny likes black girls. I know that.
Yep.
Which is fine. I don't know if that has to do with coming here, because when we came to this country, my first, I had to go to school, and Deborah Daniels, she was this very tall, black girl, and she was the first friend I ever had. So I don't know if it has to do with
We
that.
grew up like in a black neighborhood, like in
Yeah.
Staten Island. We didn't
There
live in
was-
like the bougie part.
Yeah.
Like, we lived in like where it was mixed melting pot.
Mixed. It was the North Shore. Everybody. It was
Yeah.
mixed, but and there were no tensions. There were no. Everybody loved each other. Neighbors. My mother's neighbors.
Because I think people think of like Bronx Tale, like the different neighborhoods and people battling, like the races.
No. We didn't have Mrs. White next door. She was half black, half white. Her husband too. Alcamina's grandparents lived right next door to us, and we were so close. Always. She used to come to the house, garden with my mother. We never had that. We never had the racial thing, like So maybe it has to do with that, or
Yeah. Yeah. All the immigrants
Yeah.
were struggling.
Yeah.
But maybe it has to do with that. I don't know. But
But we're also Sicilian.
Vinny could tell you. Yeah,
Uncle
Africa.
Nino said he was 15% black.
So I know because
Yeah. I'm not. Though. I was hoping I was.
Yeah,
more.
you're like.
I want to do that thing, by the way. That
But then China is going to get all your info. You don't listen to like Elon Musk and.
I love Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I would love to meet Elon.
Yeah, you should get.
Only
Elon-
because he's so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like smart people.
She likes Elon Musk and Jordan
Intelli-
Peterson, but Jordan Peterson's kind of going off the deep end a
I
little
was
bit.
Jordan Peterson's probably one of his first fans years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now he's getting a little
Yeah.
Well,
weird.
what's his new thing?
No,
I don't know, but he's
getting
beefing.
weird,
Candace
right?
Owens is kind of like calling him out.
Okay.
Candace is my girl.
Candace came back. Remember, she was got
Yeah.
kicked
She's
off.
back.
Daily
Yeah,
Wire.
yeah, yeah. I saw something on Instagram recently that she might be on The View. That could be
doesn't-
completely.
Well, because
that could be completely wrong.
talk-
I can't picture her doing it, but that would be amazing.
That would be crazy.
they're talking about getting rid of a couple of people on The View.
Imagine Candace Owens.
So
on
Roseanne Barr,
what? Is she on it? No, she wasn't.
no,
She
but
was on it.
Roseanne Barr, no, they're
She was never on it.
thinking about putting her on.
okay.
Wait, making
no,
it crazier?
crazier.
Like making it less like
Well, I mean,
Less political,
Candace
I
Owens
think.
is a
Yeah.
beast. Like,
Yeah.
she will like eat
she's
them alive.
great at debate, like
Yeah.
the best at debating.
Yeah.
She's like
I like
undefeated.
Candace. Vinny turned me on to Candace.
Yeah, but Jordan was, he was like fighting for free speech, but then him, like during the Israel
Yeah.
Palestine thing, everyone started. It was funny that like Israel Palestine like made people who were on the same side like not on the
Yeah.
same side.
It's complicated. Vinny,
Like
that's
liberals agree with Republicans about it. Like it's
It's-
crazy, you know.
Yeah.
why. It's complicated.
It's like, oh, we don't have to pick one side. We could just kind of all agree on different things and disagree, you know.
Complicated.
Anyway,
Do they have to be Italian?
they
No.
don't have to be Italian.
Absolutely
They don't have to be
not.
Italian.
They could be yellow, pink,
Yep.
2 legs, 4 legs.
Yep.
You know,
Don't.
you said you're going to say whatever makes you happy, but it really is that,
Yes.
it's whatever.
Yes.
But I would want it to be,
A woman.
no, I've said that to him too. I'm open to,
Well, I'll come out now.
I'm
So,
open
so gay son or thought daughter?
what's a thought?
A thought is a girl that like sleeps around.
I wouldn't like that, Vin.
So gay son or thought daughter?
Gay son.
Well, you got it. I'm right
million
here.
times.
I'm right
Yeah.
here. I'm right here.
No, I would like somebody that you have things in common with, friendship, trust, and number one, I've always said you have to have respect. Love, you need love too, but you need respect, and it doesn't have to be love at first sight,
Yeah.
but once you have that
Yeah.
respect,
Because like love kind of goes.
and you have to have passion, you have to have that chemistry.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't have the chemistry, I think it's a done deal.
But I always like, a lot of times so people made fun of me. They're like, oh, Vinny just like, he's never going to find anyone that takes care of him like his mom. So going back to the other stereotypical thing, like my mother doesn't take care of me. She does when I'm in front of her, but I've lived on my own.
Well, you've been independent now
for a long
while.
time.
You had no choice.
Traveled-
Traveling.
since I'm 21 years old, traveling the world,
Traveling.
Yeah.
doing the show and all that shit. And I used to kind of like scoff at that a little bit and be like, because I used to be like, oh, I don't want a girl
Right.
like my mom, because
Right.
I used to like thoughts
Yeah.
that were bottle
You
girls
weren't
and
thinking about ending
marriage.
up with them. Yeah.
Exactly. So now when you're thinking about, now that like
Future.
I've done pretty well financially, so like I have a nice place and I don't need somebody to contribute money like that.
Yeah.
I would like it if you want to work and
Somebody independent.
have your
Not like like they can buy their own concealer.
buy their own concealer.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't want to be like, I have to go buy a piece of gum.
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
have money,
yeah.
like, but all the major things like the bills and stuff, like I don't need to take the money. So
Yeah.
whatever. I'd rather you contribute by doing things like my mother, like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of come in and you make the place feel like my mother walks in the house, like everything starts to just feel nice. You know what I mean? She like starts like cleaning everything and straightening up.
That's
And
what mothers do. Right?
Yeah.
but it's rare nowadays. So when you do find it, it
I know
feels
after
good.
I got famous, I still keep doing it. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, the girls on my show are very motherly and domesticated. And they don't have to be. They're millionaires.
Yeah.
But they like,
Yeah,
Snooki
they're
has a fucking,
beautiful.
like her splurge is like a soccer mom van.
Yeah, beautiful.
And they don't miss a practice. They're flying around the country for cheerleading. They clean, like no nannies, no maids, nothing.
really?
But they're also in like a good position where they don't have
They
9 to
could-
5,
I was
so they
gonna
could do
say
that.
they could
but they
do
still
it,
have
right.
it in them
Right.
to be motherly like that,
Absolutely.
you know?
You have to have it in
So those
you, I think.
qualities are good. I mean, for me, not every guy cares about that.
You feel like it's a little, like it's a lot if like a woman just comes in, you barely know her and is already doing that. Like because I've read a lot of things in like relationships and like a girl shouldn't fully act like a wife until like that man's like committed to her because he needs to earn it. Like, like sense that she's gonna be wifey, but not like I'm coming in. You wanna stir fry. You know what I mean?
It's a fine line. I get what you're saying.
You have to like earn that aspect.
I get what you're saying because I don't even want that to happen, and because it almost feels like love bombing on the women's end. And then I'm like, I don't think we're gonna work out, and like she just is like, wait, but I just came in and made you stir fry. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like you kind of know, like when a woman is clean, not for you, but for herself.
Yeah.
That's when you kind of get the vibe that, oh, this is just like a buttoned up person.
Hot girls aren't clean though.
Hot girls, some of them are, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Really?
So a lot of them come in and like, okay, so the good ones. Well, no, I'm saying like the good ones will like, if they just get up and they'll like use the blanket, they'll just like fold it real quick.
Yeah.
They'll like, if they like are eating something, they'll be like, oh, like, what do you want to drink? When you're done eating, they'll just like wipe down the table. It's not like, okay, sir, how do you want your closet coordinated? That's like a little weird, but just like knowing that you're clean for yourself is a good indication that you will do it in a relationship, I feel. And then vice versa.
Yeah.
When they're just slobs and shit, I'm just like
okay,
do I have to like teach you how to be an adult,
Yeah.
I'm going to go off topic completely, I think. But, with Vinny's father, we've had plenty of history. But anyway.
But they're separated.
Okay.
When I was going out with him, you don't know this, I'm sure. We went out, it was a couple of times that we had gone out. And it's something so stupid, but we ended up getting engaged, getting married. He let me in the car door. Maybe you won't think this of your father, but I got in the car and then I reached over and I unlocked his door. Right, and I opened
test from
the door.
A Bronx Tale.
I don't know. And your father said, "Oh, nobody ever did that."
Yeah, like a little selfless.
Oh, that happened in
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. If she does the door test.
Wait, sorry, tell me the door test.
Bronx Tale.
I never knew it was
You ever see
test.
Bronx Tale when the Italian gets with the black girl?
Now I need to watch it.
Of course you haven't.
But they're like little
This is why everyone hates you in the comments.
I know, literally. They're like, who's that?
What do I
never
have to
saw
talk about
Bronx
to you about?
Tale.
Like fucking.
You never saw Bronx
I
Tale?
haven't.
Well, I won't watch it nowadays anyway, but
She doesn't like De Niro because he turned into like a crazy.
he was my idol.
left wing.
Who didn't
He's a
love
little
De
cringe.
Niro, but
He's a little cringe.
Everyone becomes cringe.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, he has it.
I have no problem hating, like not liking Trump, but the derangement syndrome is crazy.
It's too much.
So Bronx Tale, Italian guy gets with a black girl, and Sonny, the mob boss, is like, you got to give her the door test. You got to get in.
I remember.
Got to get in the car, and if she leans over and unlocks your door. This was before automatic locks when you had to go like this.
Yeah.
She's the one. You know what I mean? And if she's not,
unlock it for him.
Unlock it for him.
So he doesn't have to unlock it. You just unlock the
courtesy. She gets in the car first. And
bro, this situation.
thing, courtesy.
Yeah.
Not me not knowing how cars work.
Well, you're too young.
Well, nowadays they don't have to do that, Vinny, because the cars open up on its own. So there goes that test.
Exactly. You got to find
on to the next test.
Yeah.
There are different tests. No, but like the situationship that I'm in, like I ordered like breakfast and stuff. And like I looked and the breakfast was like bagels. They were like the tinfoil was unwrapped and there was like a napkin under the water bottle. And like hers was set up too. So it was just like perfectly set up to like for both of you to eat.
She did it.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, it's so nice. It's so rare.
It was like there was like a napkin under the water bottle and your bagel was like propped nicely.
Yes. Okay. It was like so cute.
Consideration,
those little tiny.
She gave me a napkin, wifey.
That's it. Literally. That's how low the bar is.
It goes both ways with guys too. Like guys,
right? You still need balance.
Yeah.
Just because they fold the napkin,
Yeah.
But I'm a giver too. Like that's my love language is acts of service. So all day long I'm like, buying you things and like little things and I'm like trying to make your day better and easier.
Did you tell her about the girl with the shoes?
No.
Okay.
But that's like just like a money hungry, gold digger. But that's like every girl. Like you don't have to like even that's like the default. And then like the good ones, you kind of like, oh my God, I just found one that like gave me a napkin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also
cooking is hard too. My mother's been cooking since she's a baby.
But you also have to have that in you. You have to like it, because I have one sister who never cooked. We came from the same parents, grew up same house, but one hated to cook her whole life. She was more of a career girl. I liked it, so you have to have that in you.
Yeah, I don't like cooking, but Oliver loves it.
Yeah.
So it actually works because he actually loves it.
Yeah, men cook. I love cooking too.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I hate
You like to grill.
I like to grill. I hate doing, I make all my healthy recipes,
Yes.
I hate doing the dishes.
Mine is like all straighten up, but he cooks.
Okay, that's good.
That's good. That's a balance.
Yeah.
'Cause
I don't enjoy it. Like I'll do it, but it's not like, I'm like, let me spice
But cooking kind of came back around in like 2024, I'm noticing, with like the influencer thing.
Also with like COVID, because you couldn't eat out.
Yes.
Everybody became a baker during COVID.
Bread situation.
Sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Ma, what's your favorite thing to cook? Chicken
Everybody.
cutlets?
Chicken cutlet. I like making bread and pizza. I like working with dough.
Yeah.
Very relaxing.
It's like an all-day event.
It's an all
Oh
day.
my God, when you walk into the house and you just smell on a bread day or a
It's
pizza
an
day.
all day,
my God.
mission.
Insane, yeah.
It is.
And her and my grandmother, they still make homemade pasta
Yeah.
and you roll it out, right? I bought you a pasta maker. You don't use it.
Yeah. I used it a couple of times.
My mother doesn't really use anything I buy her.
Yeah.
You got the golden gooses on today? I bought her those.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have
good.
Show the camera.
No, I took them off because I was hot.
Oh, see, she doesn't even wear them.
You know why? Because I was so hot.
$700 sneakers.
Oh my God.
That's another reason why I don't wear them. I don't want to ruin them.
You'll just buy another
When I buy you something expensive, the purpose is to wear it. It's not to not wear it.
I have a scarf that he bought me like 5 years
a
ago.
Louis Vuitton scarf.
And
You
I
wore it
wore it once. And then I wore it a second time and I folded up and you know what it is when you don't, when you take care of your things, you don't lose that.
Yeah.
Even if you have 100 of them, it's like, I go grocery shopping, I still look for the sales, it's
Of course.
something you just don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We grew up very, very humble. My mother, my dad was a barber.
yeah.
And my mother worked in the diner.
I did over 20
Is this like a movie?
years.
Yeah. But my mother she was a hostess,
Well,
right?
I was a host. We used to he used to come home at like 4 o'clock and my shift was 5 to midnight. So I never had to leave my kids with,
Yeah.
always left them with their father. So it worked out, but I had to work.
Yeah.
It wasn't a choice,
Yeah.
I
But
had
the
to
dinner
work.
was on the table. So she used to cook during the day.
I used to cook all
Used to
morning,
leave it-
make bread, everything, leave it made. Then they used to have their snack after school, Burger King or whatever, their snack. And Stouffer's.
onion rings.
Stouffer's fried
good.
chicken.
So good.
Remember the
KFC?
Stouffer's?
Oh, so.
Stouffer's, the frozen dinners.
Oh, yeah. Hungry man.
Hungry man dinners.
Yeah. Every day
Those
after
were his-
school,
those were
that's
his,
why I have like body dysmorphia because like
those were his
Little chubby.
snacks.
I was chubby and like I grew up just like getting food like Burger King every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of Burger King.
I was telling
Hey.
someone a story last night, like when it's the saddest
Those
thing.
were in your meals.
No, I was telling,
they're
Mike
snacks.
Figs. I never had a kid's meal in my life
That's funny.
because a kid's meal,
meal.
a kid's meal is a small fry.
Oh, like a Happy
Yeah.
Meal? Never.
Yeah.
A small
Yeah.
fry
Never.
and 6 nuggets.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Never.
the saddest, so my mom, we used to go to Burger King. It used to be like 2 8 pieces,
Yeah.
2 Whoppers, a
Double
large
this,
fry,
double that.
everything, right?
Yeah.
So the saddest thing is when you're with your friends' parents
Yeah.
and they have like a van of you guys
Yeah.
and they all just get you like a kid's meal.
That
Yeah.
happened to Mary and your sister.
That happened to me. And I'm
I
like, what
wanted
the
to
fuck
kill
is this?
my-
I'm like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
like
you.
That happened to you?
One bite.
Yeah, when I used to
Woohoo.
go with like all my friends' family, like James.
Yeah, but see, we
and,
never did that. Even if I had a car full of kids, I never got little meals. I always
Yeah.
made sure they had everything.
Yeah.
And one time, John.
It's literally one bite.
So one time, John stole like he was walking around. I had like a kid's meal, and I'm used to having like a
Right.
Yeah.
And John
Smorgasbord.
just casually walks up and takes one of my 6 nuggets and just eats it whole.
And you're like,
I got up, I punched him in the back. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That's 50%.
No, that's literally my whole
my
meal.
meal.
You know?
Yeah.
That happened to Marianne. We still talk about it till today. And
What?
last time we talked about it, I was hysterical crying when she went with. But they weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, they took
It's
her
just
on
normal for Americans.
Yeah.
They
just
took her
to
on
eat,
vacation
like,
with them.
normally.
Right. They went to the Burger King and they were young, I don't know, maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. And Marianne wasn't used to that. And the father said, what do you want to order? And Marianne said, 8-piece double cheeseburger.
20
Yeah.
And he said one thing. And Marianne said one thing. Am I going to order one thing?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Fries?
I
I'm
said,
similar.
man, he really did that? You only got one thing? Oh my God, I wanted to kill myself. She said, yeah. And she's 31 now, and we still talk about it. She never forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were always showered.
Now you know why I had to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. She worked in the diner. I used to go there and like
you
just
eat there?
hang out. Yeah, I would eat diner breakfast.
Ooh.
Staten
my
Island
kids like
diner
diner
breakfast.
food.
Yeah. It's just so homey. I love a good diner with like the coffee, the
Yeah.
holidays.
That's what I miss about living in a suburb, like Staten Island versus the city.
And you kind of, you're like in the
There's no
present
diners
moment.
in the city?
There's a couple
They're
little
so
ones.
overpriced. It'll be like
Oh, it's Staten Island too now.
$27 omelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to Bubby's a lot in Tribeca, but that's like so fancy.
On Staten Island too, Vinny, now. You can't. Very expensive.
Yeah. What was I before we have to wrap up soon, but so what was I like as a kid?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Truth.
Yeah.
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 But my kids, I never had
I never
issues
got like
with my kids.
reprimanded, right?
No.
I never got hit.
But
Yeah.
even your sisters, ask me if I ever laid a hand on my kids.
Have you?
Never.
Wow.
Or their father. Right? Daddy never touched you.
No, but I was good though. I would never Daddy never touched you sounds crazy.
You know, you had but we grew up like, one look and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't have
That's
to.
Yeah.
Respected.
But they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine, Peter, not long ago about this because he always says, and even my sister-in-law, I have a particular sister-in-law who always tells me, you don't know how lucky you were, how lucky you are. Because, my kids never, it's real like that, at least I didn't see it. They never cursed in the house. They never fought, smoked, drugs. There was never an issue. And I always say, I wonder, in my head, I try to figure it all out because I have family stuff. They do have issues with the kids,
Oh yeah.
And I'm always told that, up until last night, I was told that by Peter.
Yeah. And we were the poorest ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never had anything, and the other ones did well. Who had pizzerias, so they did good, but we never had anything. I always had to work, and my kids. I don't know. I try to figure out all the time how nobody ever strayed. Nobody, they were always home. Nobody. No, I never had I never had to say do your homework or. It was just. I don't know. Everything got done, right, Vin? Because Daddy too. Well, Daddy, he was kind of the disciplinarian. They had to be in bed by a certain time, and
And one more fact that we so I was quiet. We grew up humble. You got to come back. We got to talk more, but also I used to have a lot of animals growing up.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. They had a lot of pets.
They used to call us the Guadagnino family zoo.
Yeah,
because we had we had a lot of pets.
and we were the only family out of everybody that had pets.
Yeah, no one fucked with animals.
That's not usually a minority thing to have a lot of pets.
Right. Yeah. So my family,
Your father.
my family, the Italians, didn't give, they didn't fuck with that. They were animals are outside.
Kinda
They
like
never
black
used to
people.
come over
Black
the
people
house.
like that. Yeah. Black people no kissing the dog on the mouth.
No.
Turn the
My
street.
mom didn't come to my house for years because we had the dog.
Because she might see 5 dogs. I had
Or like a hair on,
Yeah.
I had snakes, chameleons. I had a hedgehog.
Life has changed.
I
though.
can see you as a chubby kid, holding your snake.
My hedgehog and my snake. I had
Remember
a
when you had the
sugar glider. I had the sugar glider.
We had to drive that thing. How many hours?
Well, I had to
Remember we-
fly to-
finding these animals, or
No, I would buy them from exotic.
'Cause he
pets.
didn't
My
want to
favorite
give
thing
it-
was going to the pet store in
Right.
Staten Island.
Wow.
Well, because I never had pets. My father was a hunter,
Yeah.
and we had hunting dogs, beagles, but they lived outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my
And
husband,
when we were younger too, we would have pet rabbits and stuff, but then we would end up eating them on
right?
Sunday.
They'd be on the table.
Yeah.
My father's, he was a hunter.
Yeah.
And they didn't believe in pet. But anyway, his father always had a dog. Like the first time I went to the house, I wasn't that comfortable with the dog, But then once I had my kids, you got that from Daddy, with the dogs in the house.
Remember the cat? You hated cats, and then you fell in love with Jay.
I hated. Well, I never trusted cats. It wasn't I hated them? I was afraid of them because a friend of mine got bit by her cat.
Yeah.
Bruce, his name was.
But then when you have your own, you start to take
And
to
then
it,
I fell in love with my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He was like a family member.
So maybe the pets kept you guys more like,
the pets kept
like
us in
daddy
check.
No, like, hey, well, your father was very, you got to feed them. They had to take care of their pets.
Yeah.
If they wanted them, they had to take
Teaches
care
you
of
responsibility.
them. Yes.
You know how I know this pod was good because it went by really fast.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
We're done?
Yeah, we have to be done. You'll come back and do it another time.
Oh, okay.
Part 1, part 2.
But part 1, part 2 for sure.
Okay.
All right, Ma. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed your first podcast.
I did.
And
I did do it again.
yeah.
This was so fun.
I have so much more to say.
Yeah, I know. You should get your own. My mother should
That
have
would
her
be
own. You should be
amazing.
like
Yeah, you have very-
you should
very
be
relaxing.
like
You know what? Since everything happened with Jersey Shore, whatever, and and I started to get famous like Vinny, but then he cut off my Instagram. But anyway.
she didn't know how to use it, and
Well, I had like 38,000 followers, and then I kept looking.
no,
at
because you kept posting pictures of like the kids and stuff. I'm like, Ma, this is
when I had my granddaughter.
I was like,
it
Ma, this is
happened.
like a public thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
didn't know. I had my granddaughter. I put a picture of my
People
granddaughter.
are crazy. They'll go on hers and see what she posts and be like, oh, like that granite looks like that. So
Yeah.
I'm going
They've done it to
come
me,
to his
so I
house.
But
Yeah.
anyway, that ended. My career ended. Vinny,
Well, my mother gets
Vinny made-
recognized more than me. I can't
Vinny
walk
made it
around
end.
with her
Really?
because of the hair.
Yeah,
it's
when we
tame
were
today.
walking here, people, because you know what they do? They look at him, they look at me, and then they look at him, and they know.
Yeah.
It confirms it.
Yeah, you guys look
confirms it.
Okay.
exactly alike.
Yeah.
He looks like my brother.
Really? Is he
Yeah.
single? I'm kidding.
Trouble in paradise. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye,
like,
guys.
Bye-bye.
share, subscribe. Say goodbye, Mom.
Like, share, subscribe. Bye-bye.
And follow. I don't know if they can follow you on Instagram. We'll see.
They can, you blocked it.
We'll figure something out. You need a cooking show or something. All right. Bye.
Banging.
Sorry, Remy. What's up, guys? If you like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.